Hey everybody, kind of excited about this vid. Haven't got a new Microtech, haven't bought a new Microtech or traded for a new Microtech OTF in quite some time. Last one I got was about a year and 4 months ago. It was a UTII 70 from a good buddy of mine who picked it up at Blade Show. But this bad boy is kind of a come full circle knife for me. When I first found out about Microtech as a company, and I started looking into their OTFs. I got online, and it was a website that'll remain nameless, had a bunch of stuff. I'd only heard bad about them, so I didn't want to purchase through them, but I started to look around, and this is one of the ones I found on their website, and it looked interesting to me. Not knowing a lot about Microtech at the time, I really wanted one of these, and that was until I found the Executive Scarab Tanto in all black, and then I was hooked that way. But my first Microtech was a Halo 3 with a tritium button, and then I had to have more. I found the website. I didn't have a computer at the time. I had to look at my mom's house. I was a bit younger then. And I started to look through all this stuff. I found this one, and then that Scarab. My buddy, the guy who I met while hunting for that Scarab, he hooked me up later and got me the Scarab. And I never ended up getting one of these and hadn't heard much about them or even really seen them but maybe 2 or 3 times in the God knows how many years since then. I started to look around and screw around, and I was on Blade forums, and I found a guy who was putting one up for trade. So I bit, and we made the deal, and I couldn't be happier. For those of you that didn't read the title, or I doubt there's many of you, or aren't familiar with this type of Ultratech, it is called the Ultratech II. You'll notice that whereas the standard frame is just along this edge, these have the palm swells that have the milled grip in them. And you'd be more familiar with, if you're familiar with knives, the Benchmade 5000 series with the step-down aluminum handles. This is very reminiscent of that. Of course, done differently and very nicely. It has some of the old school Microtech milling on the edges, which you just don't see on a lot of the knives anymore. Pardon, there's a little dirt in there. The guy who I got it from, I'm guessing he was a mechanic or worked with his hands or something. The box had some fingerprints and grease on it, and the knife was pretty filthy, but I scrubbed it out a little bit. So I like these lines. My old Halo had them. Those are real hard to find. Pocket clip's even in good shape. I really don't think he carried it. This is just wear from being in the sheath. Ultratech II, single edge. This one is from 06. I don't know if there were earlier runs or not. Number 527, and it has no glass breaker. It's the first Microtech OTF double action that I've owned that doesn't have the glass breaker. And then, of course, the lanyard and pocket clip, which is reversible, and without a milled groove in these, completely removable, without it looking bad. Just be 2 tiny holes. I could put the screws back in if I wanted. Some stuff in there, not big deal. And the day I got it, I was going to send it back. The guy was very nice to deal with. I won't give away any other information other than I found him on Blade forums. But when I got the knife, I opened it and found some stains on the blade, and my heart was broken. After finally getting one after all these years, it had rust. And I defy you to find that rust now. Yeah. I got a hold of him. He'd said if I'm not happy with it, because his picture showed all the dirt and stuff in the crevices that he had left on there, and he said if I wasn't happy, I could trade him back. So I got a hold of him right away and was like, listen, man, I'm going to take that offer on the trade back. I'll take my other knife back, and you can take this. I'm just really not interested in it in this condition. And I sat on it overnight. It was just yesterday I got it, and I've just been thinking about it. It's damn perfect, this knife. Just awesome. I really want it. And I just couldn't get rid of it for the stains, but I knew I was losing money if I kept it. It's pretty thick blade stock on this thing, as with the Ultratechs. A lot of meat at the tip. I know you like that. blood groove. And like the old Scarabs, I like the groove on the top. One thing, before I get into what happened with the stains, is I've never had an OTF turn out this perfect. Look, this, I don't know if you're familiar with this as you watch this or not, but the OTFs on Microtech, that nub that's there, when the blade shoots back into the handle, there's a small bar that rests against that nub, and that's what holds it back. They usually stick out a little bit, kind of like, I don't know if I can do it, like that or further, and sometimes even in, which really bugs me because then it looks cheap. This is how I've always thought they should be done, which is perfect, but I've never seen one outside of a custom. And this one being like that just was, it's minor and a lot of guys might not even care, but for me it really just made me want it that much more. The blade grind was very nice for a single edge. I'm not a, this blade shape I'm not usually a fan of. This one's done really well, almost like a custom grind. I mean, it's just beautiful. Having the old school swedge on it with the old school handle, and then the fat palm swells with the ridges in the hand. This knife is outstanding. I can't tell you how perfect this OTF is. It's one of the favorites I've ever had, one of my favorites. And its only flaw at all is that the tip grind is just, and I'm talking just a touch off center, but it's good everywhere else. You'll see just a little bit, but I'm pretty picky. I could fix it, but this thing is scary sharp, so I'll leave it be. I have to thank my good buddy Kirk Mosley, who I haven't spoken with in a long time, for me being able to keep this knife. I didn't have anything around my house to make that right, but what I did have was some Slip 2000 Extreme Weapons Lube. Went and got a toothbrush and some Slip 2000, threw it on the blade, and scrubbed it a little bit, and it removed a large part of the staining, but just not the core of it. I could still tell it had been there, and I was going to send it back to him anyways. In fact, when I was done with it, I sent the guy an email and told him I'll be keeping it. Thanks anyways. I checked my email. He already sent my money back because he was going to buy my knife anyways. And say he's very pleasant to deal with. He's a nice guy. And don't mind the fingerprints. After that, I used a little bit of the Flitz. And my buddy Kirk Mosley sent me the Flitz rifle gun and knife wax, and I'd put it on a couple blades, but none of them had any oxidation that needed cleaning. And you know, you can't really tell it's on there other than when you feel the blade. And I put it on here with a paper towel and just rubbed it gently, and every bit of the staining came completely out, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, really, I'm excited about this knife. It's crazy sharp, in great condition. I got the sheath with it. I got the box. The only thing I'm missing is the box sleeve. Big deal. In the end, I think I made a good trade. I got an awesome Microtech. It's on the more rare side of production runs and is in unused condition. And check out how, and the lockup on it is disgusting. The left and right, I don't know if I can do this without moving my hand, is almost non-existent, which on an OTF is pretty good. And the up and down is the same. I've had folders with worse movement than this. Good folders. And check this action out. Fires hard. Ultratech II. Sorry if you love it. Chances of you finding one around right now are pretty slim, but I had to show it off a little bit. So thank you everybody for watching. This thing is a great knife. If you find one, I suggest trying it out. It's really, really well made. One of my best OTFs from Microtech. And I don't see letting this one go anytime soon unless, you have to fund the next Grail. But I foresee keeping this for a long time, considering Michigan may repeal its automatic knife ban. All right, buddy. Everybody, thanks for watching. Take care and take care of each other. Stay safe. All that good stuff.